think it's pretty clear quite early on that Quayle really doesn't know everything.
No.
Tell me about how you guys got pitched these roles. Was it Justin pitching the idea and an over-arc, or are you just the character and that's what kind of sold you on it?
Go for it.
Okay. Well, I had a conversation with Justin and immediately knew that I wanted to work on the show because, it's not a story that I've ever seen on screen, in TV or film, and it's a completely unique world. I'm obsessed with my character, which rarely happens. And yeah, so I just had to be a part of the project.
Yeah, I read the pilot and I thought, this is a phenomenal concept. Is it too big? Is there any way that someone can actually handle this? And after the first audition, and they let me see some more scripts, and I started talking to Justin on Skype and just saw his scale and his vision and the detail, and I thought, this guy can handle it. And it's been a roller coaster.
So because there's so much subterfuge and we are learning things as each episode kind of unfolds, how much did either of you want to know? So, obviously you're trying to build a character and you're kind of learning as things happen, but did you want to be dialed into where you're going or just stay in the moment?
I think it was unusual in the sense that we had all 10 scripts before we started shooting, so we knew exactly what was going to happen. And we shot out of sequence, which was somewhat confusing.
Yeah, I think that was the main thing that part of you... I remember sitting down and reading, I think, episodes 7, 8, 9, 10 in one go. Yeah. And it was lovely to do that, which is so rare, because it was like reading a thriller. It was a page-turner. And then I read it again and got into my stuff. But to begin with, I really wanted to see it as a fan. It's the only time you get to actually watch it as an audience and to check that what you're in actually is watertight. And it really, really was.
Yeah.
How would you what was the thing that hooked you into Claire? Was it an aspect of her, or was there just an element that you really wanted to dig into?
Yeah, I love her complexity. I love that what you see isn't what you get. And, there's a strength, a very quiet strength and resilience about her that I absolutely love. That's really the main draw.
And Quayle's so funny because he starts out as though he knows everything, and he starts to this unraveling that happens.
I think it's pretty clear quite early on that Quayle really doesn't know everything and doesn't know that much. The thing though actually which helped me with playing him as it went on is I kind of realised actually the key to Quayle is that he doesn't want to be in this TV show. He really just wants to keep his job and for it all to go away. Yeah. And I found the whole espionage and the duality of people's lives really interesting. He doesn't care about any of that. He just wants to hold tight. Yeah. So actually, that's the resistance for every scene. Just try and kill the drama, stop it. And actually, that was my kind of handle, I felt.
Mm. So tell me a little bit about, what Justin was what was pulling you the most, in terms of things that you haven't really done before with these types of characters and what the show was asking of you? Because like you said, it's very ambitious. It goes into a lot of different places. As an actor, you have to pivot at a lot of points. What was either, without spoiling, an episode that was your biggest challenge, or, something that they asked of you that, I haven't done that before, let's see how it goes?
Well, I just, for me personally, I love the philosophical. It's deeply philosophical, the whole show. It's entertaining, but it's also it's very allegorical, and it really makes you think. Overall, all 10 episodes, there are these questions about just existential questions about life and what if, and that was my main kind of attraction to the show is answering these questions that I think people ask themselves on a daily basis or throughout life, that you are forced to kind of reckon with.
In terms of what got me into, for me, what I think is one of the best things about the show is to have all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. But to earn that, you've got to have a story that keeps you ticking along, because you can sit there and play the violin and talk about the meaning of life and the duality and the what ifs, which is interesting, but you've got to be engaged. Yeah. And for me, just the structure of it, you can earn all these fantastic scenes and interesting questions because you are gripped. It is a thriller. And I, being British as well, I love all the John le Carre and the Cold War aspect of it, and the fact that the technology was frozen in the Office of Interchange around 1990 or so. So you've got all the IBM, so the feeling of it and smoking of the cigarettes, that aspect with that, I think is a really interesting combination and is a great vehicle to earn all of those interesting
Absolutely.
philosophical scenes.
Yeah.